Death doesn't actually exist. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It is only transferred. In whatever book you read, you were told that your soul is eternal. When my dad died 6 months ago, everybody was looking at me like, how are you okay? How are you functioning? And it was because of the fact that I realized that when my dad died, his shell of a body was a shell of a body, and his eternal spirit then was able to transfer into all of those that knew and loved him and accepted that into their mind, into their body, into their soul. It sounds crazy, but I communicate with my dad every single day. He's been guiding me and helping me and showing me which way it is that I need to go. And when you think about it, if energy is not created nor destroyed, it's only transferred. And we know that our soul is eternal. And we know that when we die, our soul essentially is to go back to the source of all sources, which is God. Then that tells me that God is omniscient and omnipresent, which means everywhere, in all things, at all times. That same spirit that was in my dad is now with the spirit that completely created everything, that created him to begin with. And because he is back with that spirit, and I've allowed that spirit of God's source to come within me, I now have all within me. I now have my dad within me. Even when my grandmother died, I would ask her, like, she was dying. She knew she was dying. And I was like, you're not afraid of dying. Like, you're not afraid. Like, you're literally dying. I'm watching you die. And she would tell me, no. Oh, death, where is your sting? She would always say that. Oh, death, where is your sting? You can't, because when you die, you're gone in the physical body. Externally, it's our flesh that mourns. It's our flesh that grieves. It's our flesh that hurts, because we're all here having a human experience. And when your experience is ended with somebody who was bringing a certain type of life and energy to that experience, if you don't have the consciousness to be able to realize that energy is constantly transferred, and even when you die, that energy is transferred, and you still are able to have a spiritual connection with them, that my spiritual connection with my dad is actually deeper than the connection that I had when he was here physically, because there was a lot of hurt and a lot of pain that came with that relationship. It doesn't mean that I'm not hurting, that I'm not going through pain, yet it's a different type of energy that's attached to it. Now it's more pure. It's easier to understand. It's easier to communicate between. So don't find yourself allowing yourself to go into this deep, dark hole feeling like it's the end because you lost somebody. It's truly the beginning if you allow it to be. They will guide you. They will show you exactly where you're supposed to be going in a way that's not able to be communicated in this external reality. Death doesn't exist. You exist. Your soul exists. Your soul is eternal. Their souls were eternal. Everything around you that you see is living, is breathing, and cannot be destroyed.